Hello everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to overlay a text on a video in native iOS using AVMutableComposition. Firstly, make sure you run this output on a real device. It will not work on the simulator. It will crash and throw an error. So yeah, here I am running it on my real device. So I'll click on select video. As soon as I click on select video, here you can see I have this video. I will select this video and it will overlay a text called coding with nobody on this video. So I'll just select it and it should do the transformation. Here you can see it has overlaid this particular text on this particular video as well. So hopefully you got the point. And it is playing it inside our video player as well. Now if I want, I can save this video to Photos app as well. So I'll just click on save video. I'll give it the Photos app access, and if I show you, okay, I think it got disconnected, but I am logging. Once the file has been saved, I'm just printing out this to the console. You can display an alert or whatever you feel like. Now if we go to the Photos app, so here you can see there is one more video, and if I select this video, here you can see coding with nobody has been overlaid. There is a slight delay which I couldn't really figure it out why is that, but if you know, do let me know in the comments, but otherwise it works perfectly fine. So hopefully you got the point. Let's see how to do this. So let's come back to our code. I'm using UIKit, but you can use Swift UI if you want to. So first is once you created a application, you will have to go to the info.plist and you will have to add this privacy photo library usage description. For Swift UI, the info.plist is over here as well. So if you want, you can add it over here as well. I mean, once I added it over here, it automatically reflects over here. But for a Swift UI, we don't have this info.plist over here. We directly have to add it over here. So make sure you add this and give some proper value why we are using this. Then if you see, I have this view controller. Also one more thing, you will have to update the minimum deployment to iOS 18. So it is already 18.2 for me, but you should use at least iOS 18.0 because there is one API which is only available from iOS 18. Now I do have the code to use that API below iOS 18 as well, but the problem is that particular thing causes issue if you are trying to use Swift 6. Now if you know, Swift 6 introduces a lot of concurrency things, and for that I don't know how to resolve that particular issue. So I have commented it out. I will show you guys the code. If you are good enough with Swift 6, maybe you can try uncommenting it, and I will also show you on which line the error occurs. Okay, so let's go to view controller. I'll scroll at the top. So here first import Photos UI as well as AVKit. Then here I am also extending PHPicker view controller delegate. Here I have created this select video button, so this will help us to select the video. Similarly, I have created a save video button as well, which will help us to save the video to the Photos app. Then here I have created an AV player view controller which will help us to play the video. Here is the final URL. So once the video has been, text has been overlaid on the video, we need to basically store that video temporarily somewhere before playing the video. So yeah, that's what this is used for. This file manager is for saving the video temporarily. Then we add both the videos to our parent view. Then here we set up constraints as well. So here you can see I'm just setting some NS layout constraints for a select video as well as save video. And here I have also added click listeners for both our select video as well as save video. So once select video is called, this method gets called. Once save video is clicked, this method gets called. So here you can see I have this particular method did tap select video button. So here we just launch PHPicker configuration. Don't forget to extend this PHPicker view controller delegate as well. Yeah, so here we have PHPicker configuration. Selection limit is 1. We are filtering by videos. Preferred asset representation mode is current, which even I don't know what it does. And here is our PHPicker view controller. We are setting the delegate. Modal presentation style is full screen, and here we present our picker. Okay, this I'll come back later on. This also I'll come back later on. So once the user selects a video, the callback comes over here. So this method we are deriving from PHPicker controller delegate. We have not I have not written this method name by myself. This is already present inside iOS, and once the video picks a user picks a video, the callback comes over here. Okay, now keep an eye on this wrap up callback, which we will call soon. But first the data comes over here. Now once we have the video URL, we don't have access to the Photos app, right? So we can't directly access it. Once we have the video URL, we need to save that video temporarily in some location. So that's what we are doing over here. Now this code I have just copied it from a GitHub repository. So I'll simply scroll through this. Feel free to pause the video and just copy the code. So I'll simply scroll through this. So here we are basically saving the picked video in temporary location. So once it is successful, we just call this particular wrap up callback which we have and pass the destination URL where the video was saved. In case of any error, we pass the error as well. So the code comes over here, and here once it comes over here, we dismiss our picker. Then we call handle pick video result, passing over the URL as well as error. So inside handle pick video result, here you can see I'm checking whether we have proper URL. Then I create a task because this is async await, and here we call this particular method overlay text on video, which I will come back later on. And once it will give us the video URL where it saves the video in a temporary location, and once we have that, we assign it to our final URL, and here we start playing the video using AV video player. So yeah, and here is the method for overlaying text on video. We pass the video URL. Here we create AVMutableComposition. Here we create AV URL asset. Then here we create our video track. Here we create our audio track. Here we get the duration of our video. Then we load the asset video track, load the asset audio track. We create a time range. Then we insert the time range for our video track. Do the same thing for audio track as well. Then we create an AVMutableComposition. We set the render size as well as frame duration. Then we create a parent layer of CA layer, then a video layer of CA layer. Then here we have defined a CG rect. Here is our video layer frame CG rect. Then we add the video layer to our parent layer as well. Then here we just have to create a text layer of CA text layer. Then you can change this background color to whatever you feel like, the foreground color as well. But the reason I have given it a background color, so if our foreground color of text matches with the video color, then your text might not be visible. That's why make sure you give proper background and foreground color. Then here I have hard coded this text, so you change this text to whatever you feel like. Here is our font size, shadow opacity, align mode, and here you can change the X and Y to whatever you feel like, and also the width to whatever you feel like. So this will help us to display the text at the center of the video. Then should rasterize, I have kept it as true. Then add the text layer to our parent layer. Here we set the animation tool as well. Then here is our AVMutableComposition instruction. We set the time range, okay, and here we create a layer instruction. We assign the layer instruction to our instruction, then assign the instruction array to our video composition instruction. Then we create an export path, export URL. If file with same name already exists, we remove that particular file. Here you can change the file name to whatever you feel like. Then here we create an AV asset export session. We assign it to our video composition. Should optimize for network use is true. Now this particular code which you see is only available for iOS 18 and above. So this is how we export our session, and at the end we return the export URL. Now if you want code for below iOS 18 as well, you will have to uncomment this line of code first, and then you can uncomment this line of code as well. Now the problem is this particular line of code throws error for Swift 6. I mean, it will give you a warning if you haven't already upgraded it for Swift 6, but once you upgrade your project for Swift 6, it will throw an error. That's why I have commented it out. I don't know how to resolve this particular issue. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Now we need to save the video. So for that, first I have created this method. So this will help us to get access to the Photos app. So that's what I'm doing over here. Once we have access to the Photos app, so once the save video has been pressed, here I'm checking whether we have access to the Photos app. If yes, then I'm just I'm checking whether this final URL is not equal to null. If no, then we just use photolibrary.shared.perform changes, then ph asset change request.create request for asset from video, passing our final URL. And if it is success, we just print video saved successfully. otherwise we print the error. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I'll simply scroll through this file one more time just to show you guys the output. Again, like I showed you in the output, the text does take a second or two to load. I don't know why, but if you know, do let me know in the comments what I'm doing wrong, or is there anything which I can improve. So yeah. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.